Happy Wednesday morning to you webheads. It's a beautiful sunny morning here in Central Florida. And guys, I tell you what, I might have another opportunity to buy that amazing Spider-Man issue that I talked about last week. So will I or won't I? You'll find out very soon. Welcome to Spider Slayer's Comic Book Haul, fans. This is episode 570, and this is the video series where each and every week I share with you guys what I pick up at my local comic book shop, which is Comic Central, located in the city of Sanford in Central Florida. So if you're ever in the area, stop by, tell them that Mike Spider Slayer sent ya. Alright guys, big haul this week. Let me tell ya, did I or didn't I get that book? Well, you're gonna have to find out at the end. But first, we're gonna dive into this mysterious black bag, right? Alright, so here we go. And I almost forgot to pick up this very important book. And the first book that we're gonna show you today is The Flash, issue 792. I don't know how I passed it up, but I did. And they're like, oh, Flash is so good this week. And I'm like, wait a second, was it in my pile? And they're like, no, I don't think so. I think you just got Batman. I'm like, crap, I gotta get Flash. So here we go, the continue of the 1 Minute War, which has been such a great book. Check out that interior artwork and the inside. Right, great stuff. Looking forward to seeing how this continues. Man, I can't wait. All right, then we have Batman and the Joker, the Deadly Duo. Great series. Now it's official. Batman and the Joker are teaming up to try to find Harley Quinn and what this imposter Joker is that is like a zombie plague and stuff like that. Great detective book as well. Love Silvestri's artwork. This is an amazing comic book. Can't wait to read this next issue. Alright, and then we wound up getting Batman issue 132. I actually love this main cover here with Selena Kyle on there. I thought it looks great. You gotta get to see them in the background there. Let's check out some of the interior artwork, which actually looks really nice. I'm not disappointed with that. And we're gonna see more of this world, right? And I know I was kind of down on the last issue because I was like, oh man, another alternate universe Batman, where are we gonna go with this and stuff like that. But there does look like there's a lot of action in here, so we'll see what happens in this issue. So with that, I wound up having to get the variant cover. You gotta get that art germ cover, right? Gorgeous cover here with Catwoman on there. However, not my favorite cover of the week by far. It didn't even actually make the list, so I thought that Nathan Zerdy cover was actually better, but still a great looking cover. And yeah, so there's that. Then we have a little bit of some independent stuff here. We have Netflix Stranger Things issue 1 of 4. This is Tales from Hawkins. So this is something that I can read and my daughter can read. She's a huge Stranger Things fan. So I want to see what the Tales from Hawkins has to offer. What other little side stories have been going on that's been affecting the town. So we'll see what that has to offer. Then we have the reprint of issue 1 of Nightclub. This is just a great book overall, and I love this cover. So I was like, you know what, for $1.99, I'm going to support the second printing of this book. And if you haven't read the first issue of it, this is your opportunity. This is your second opportunity to read this book. Really great book. You will not be disappointed. All right, another independent comic book this week. We have The Harrower. This is issue number 1. This is another horrific type of book from Boom Studios. Check out that interior artwork there of the Harrower. Who is this guy? What's his motive? I don't know. And it's so funny. This is supposed to be this dark book, but look at this weird artwork, man. Oh, it's so interesting. I can't wait to read this, though. I'm looking forward to it. All right, and then we have Daredevil issue 8. So this is the meetup finally between Frank Castle and Matt Murdock. Are they going to square off against each other? Who will win? Who will lose? Check out that 2-page spread. My God, that is phenomenal, right? So if you guys like what you see, guys, make sure you subscribe to the channel, of course, and give this video a like. I do it every single week, every single day. All right, another book from Marvel, which is really good, is Joe Fixit, issue 2. You gotta love the cover here, where we have Spider-Man, playing poker against Joe Fixit, and he's got the best hand right? And he's like, nope, I fold. I don't want to even deal with Joe Fixit. First issue was absolutely outstanding. Look at Joe Fixit flexing there. He's got the girls with him. He is the man. I cannot wait to see what happens in this book. It's got Spider-Man, it's got Kingpin, it's got everything going for it. Peter David is the writer of it. All right, and then we have the Avengers War Across Time. This is issue 2. This is a story that's focused around Kang. And this is old school, like Silver Age Avengers storytelling here that takes place between like Avengers issue 11 and 12. And it's very enjoyable. I love the characters' dialogue in here, how they interact with each other in here, just the action in here. It's so classic, dude. I love this book. All right. And then we have the spin-off book, the first one from the Sins of Sinister. We're going to try it out. This is Storm and the Brotherhood of Mutants. So, Storm's got a vendetta against Sinister. So we're going to see, like, kind of the plan that she has in place here. And Paco Medina does the artwork in this book. So I love his artwork. And I'm hoping he delivers a visually good story. And I'm hoping that the writing is good too. Al Ewing writes this book. So for me, Al Ewing is like hot and cold. Okay. All right. And then the next book we have is Secret Invasion. This is issue 4. No one's talking about this book, I feel, but when you ask people, they're enjoying this book. This book is awesome. Really well done. It's really about a story of Maria Hill trusting Tony Stark, and he has this MO with the Skrulls, and he's trying to convince Maria Hill. Okay, and Maria Hill's not on board with the Tony Stark's MO here. So they're kind of doing battle against each other, man. It's great. It's got good artwork, good storytelling, and this is something that I think more, if you're going to do like an event and it's self-contained within a few issues, this is the way you do it. No crossovers, and it doesn't have to be the next best thing, right? Good book right here, guys. Don't pass this one up. Ryan North. All right. And then we have the Red Goblin. This is issue 1. That's right, guys. We're going to see what this one has to offer here with Normie Osborn being back in with the symbiote once again. I'm trying to pick out a good page here. So, yeah, what's going on? He looks quite evil. I don't know, man. I kind of like how the symbiote surrounds the pages here. Liz Allen's going to be in this book, I think. I don't know, man, but I'm keeping my fingers crossed because, guys, we need good Spider-Man stuff after reading that dark web stuff, right? Oh, boy. All right. And then next, we wind up getting Ghost Rider, issue 11. Great book. This is probably a good jumping on point for you guys as this begins a new story arc. And it looks like we're going to get Danny Ketch going forward in this book. It always has great action. I love the fight scenes in it. It's very horrific. It's very gore-like. Just great stuff, man. Love it. Another Goblin book. We have Gold Goblin. This is issue 4. Is this the last issue of this? Where we get to see Norman Osborn struggle between being good or evil or the anti-hero. And it looks like he was teaming up with Jack-O-Lantern at the end of the last issue. And I don't know. We're going to see how this whole thing turns out. We have Queen Goblin was in this very briefly. We haven't seen her since. So, yeah, we'll see what happens with it. So, yeah, more interactions with the Jack-O-Lantern and Gold Goblin. So, will Norman Osborn become bad again? Let me know in the comments below. Do you want him to be Green Goblin once again, right? All right, guys, so now it's time for those Facebook shout-outs. All right, so the first shout-out of the day goes to Dylan, who most recently had a birthday, and he said, my birthday gift was from my girl. He's absolutely speechless. He wound up getting an Amazing Spider-Man issue 344. I think that's the first appearance of Cardiac. That's an awesome graded comic book. Congratulations. And then we have another birthday present here from Dylan, who says, early birthday gift for myself from my local comic shop. That is the Amazing Spider-Man issue 46 with the Shocker. What a great cover. I love the Shocker as a character. And then we have Bobby, who recently won a contest, and he's like, well, you know, if I had to have a slabbed comic book that I couldn't read, it might as well be this one. So congratulations on winning that awesome Spider-Man issue 1, that gold edition. Really cool book to have. And then last but not least, I just want to give a quick shout out to Brett Weston, who on the Facebook group every week compiles a list of all the comic books that are getting ready to come out for the next comic book week, so it gets people prepared, and it is totally awesome. So thank you so much, Brett. And if you want to become part of the Facebook group, just go on to Facebook, do a search for Comic Book Corner 2.0 Webheads Unite, answer the few and important questions to get access to a site and my approval, and then you'll have everything and anything at your fingertips when it comes to comic books, whether you're talking about CGCs, movies, you know, variant covers, any type of stuff like that. You guys can discuss. It's so much fun, a great community, absolutely for free, with over 1,600 members.
All right, continuing on, we wound up getting the Gold Goblin variant cover. That is weird, man. Look at that. Pretty awesome. Then we wound up getting Erratic Recharged. This is Erratic 2 Recharged, the final issue of this particular story. I now have all 4 of each volume. You know, the first volume was okay. I'm not so much on board this second volume. So eventually I'll probably sell the entire series. But if you liked Recharge, hey man, that's great. All right, and then we got this book here from Marvel. We have Bishop War College. This is issue 1. I don't know what to expect out of this book, right? So we have Bishop as all the different X-Men characters. So I don't know how that's going to go, like why that happens. But when you open it up, check out the facial expression here on Bishop. It just looks like balls to the walls action right from the start. I think this could be something, you know, that flies under the radar and people could pass up. But, you know, we're all jonesing for some great X-Men stories, so I'll try to search and find, and if they're good, I'll recommend them to you guys. All right, so now we move on to The Amazing Spider-Man. So now we go on to The Amazing Spider-Man issue 19, the Fantastic Four homage with the Disney characters on it. Cover is so awesome, man. I love that cover. So well done. All right. And then we wound up getting the main story. Now, just letting you guys know, it's Joe Kelly and Terry Dodson who does the artwork. So Joe Kelly does the writing here. Cover art done by John Romita Jr. This is going to be a Spider-Man and Black Cat story. So if you're all down on Dark Web and all the other Spider-Man stuff, I think you're going to be pleasantly surprised by this. I love Terry Dodson's artwork. I think it just kind of stands out. That's the way Felicia looks in there. Here's the way she looks, I guess, in her costume here. So I don't know when this story takes place or if this is current. Like, I guess we'll have to read it and find out. But I think this is going to be kind of fun. And this is probably a 2-issue story that takes place before things amp up once again. And I feel like in March we're going to find out who Paul is. I think that's what it's solicited. So, yeah, looking forward to that. All right, guys. So, here we go. The bad boy of the week. I did, guys. I got it. I got my childhood book. And I'm going to tell you the story behind this book in a second. This is Amazing Spider-Man $2.99, signed by Todd McFarlane at a 9.6. That is very awesome. Now, this is an older slab. It's much thinner. The white box in there is not as large. But you know what? I could not pass this book up. It's just something, again, that was in my childhood. When I was a kid collecting comics, And this was one of those books that was hanging up in the wall back in the day when this was like a $5 book, right? And I saw this and I'm like, who is this guy right here, right? I'm like, who is that? He's got all these ray beams coming out of him, and Spider-Man's wearing a black suit. This is when I'm trying to get into comics, like hardcore for the first time, right? I'm like, oh my God, but I'm like, this book is $5. Like, I can't get this book. I'm like, that's crazy, you know? I just can't buy it. And I loved this book right from the start. I had no idea who Todd McFarlane was. I had no idea that this was going to be the first cameo appearance of Venom. I knew none of that stuff. The only thing I knew was I love this guy, and I love this guy, and I love the art in the book, in the cover art. The pure cover art was the only reason why I wanted this book. And after all this time, because of the value and the importance of this book, I have never been able to get it. I finally had the opportunity to get it. I snagged it when I could, and I couldn't be happier. This is just something that has to go in the personal collection for like forever, because it's been there in my life since I was a kid. One of the reasons why I started collecting Amazing Spider-Man to begin with. This just makes my day. This is absolutely awesome. So yes, lucky to have this book. So guys, there you have it. There is the haul. Let me know what you think of the slab in the comments section below. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. It means a bunch to me, guys. You guys are so great. I appreciate all the great birthday wishes from last week and everything. So as always, guys, if you love my content, I'll leave you my top 10 most anticipated comics for next week. And of course, guys, happy new comic book day. Keep buying, keep collecting, but remember, always read those comics. Guys, thank you so much. I'll see you real soon.